Alright guys, welcome to another episode of the Get a Life podcast here at One Up Games, our video game store here in Mesa, Arizona. I'm Nick, this is
Tim.
And we are going to be talking about best video game cameos in movies. Ooh, this is going to be a good one. And before we start, if we forget about any, again, this is kind of, we did kind of have prepare a little bit of a list, just because we didn't want to be talking about and then have to edit all that out. So we did put down some, but we didn't go on the internet and look. This is just shit that we actually thought of.
Yeah.
So leave comments down below, because whenever people leave comments, we actually freaking read every comment. It's really funny.
I've started responding to comments too.
I told you not to.
I know, but you know.
Because then when we get all that hate shit, then the people are going to be like, why don't you respond to... You only respond to the nice comments.
Once we get, 10,000 subscribers and our videos are getting... Wait.
That's never happening. And I don't even really want it to. This is just for fun. This is our therapy. But yes, if I can, I don't want to break this one too.
Yeah, that one's glass as well.
Gosh, that's why JJ was just so perfect, man. Plastic shot glasses. Miss JJ. Best video game cameos in movies. So this doesn't have to be just like a character. This can be an accessory. This can be a console. And it's kind of in the background, or a main character or something, or another character who's just kind of playing a video game or something. If you're a gamer, you would be watching those movies and you'd be like, holy shit, that's fucking Street Fighter in the background or something like that.
I remember, man, we used to watch CSI, the original CSI when it was on, and they used to play Sega Dreamcast, NFL 2K all the time.
What?
On that. Yeah, and I was...
CSI just got really cool.
That was cool.
That's really sweet. So which one do you want to start with? You kind of go one, I'll go one. You want to do
all
that?
Right. Yeah.
Not a top five. We don't need to do
top
that.
five.
No, I'm not doing
not a top five.
No, just you spit out one. I spit out one.
Okay.
Yeah, just keep going.
So this one I only know about because I didn't remember it. It's been a while since I saw the movie, but I just recently rewatched this movie. But it's Ghostbusters 2 when they're controlling the Statue of Liberty with the slime on it. That's so terrible. They're controlling her with an NES Advantage controller.
Who's her?
The Statue of Liberty.
Okay, cool. I forgot you said that. Yeah, that was really cool. I don't know why people hate on Ghostbusters 2.
Oh, come on.
I feel like that's you. I think that's YouTube poisoning people's brains, saying Ghostbusters 2 is shitty because it's not Ghostbusters 1. Okay, it could be worse. It could be Ghostbusters Answer the Call.
Have you seen that?
No, I'm not going to ever. Never. I'm never going to see that movie. Yeah. Unless I get really fucking drunk. I'm going to go with one that I don't think anybody will ever know. And I don't even know which console it was, but I'm going to take a guess just based off of what little is in the movie. If you watch Jaws 2, there's a scene where the two kids, the children of the cop guy from the first Jaws, I'm guessing it's the Intellivision. If you want to do the research and leave a comment down below, that would be really freaking cool to clarify it. But I think they're playing it in Intellivision, and they're playing some game, and it's pretty sweet to see, just because it's freaking retro, and we're a retro store. So I'm going to go Jaws 2, throw that one out there.
Okay. Well, the next one I'm going to throw out there, man, is... What does Elijah Wood say? That's a baby's toy.
That's a baby's toy. I mean, you got to use your hands.
You got to use your hands. Wild Gunman in Back to the Future Part 2.
Yes.
Again... Not a great sequel. It's okay.
Blasphemy.
What?
Blasphemy. That's my fucking favorite Back to the Future movie.
The second one?
Oh my god. Wow.
Are you, what? You like it more than the original Back to the Future?
I like it more than the original Back to the Future because you get the original Back to the Future and the second one. You get future, you get past, you get alternate present, you get Biff's Pleasure Palace.
Come on.
Enough said.
Okay.
Sports Almanac.
1, 3, 2. That's the order. I said it.
Excuse me while I vomit in my mouth a little bit.
Oh, whatever.
Let's skip this because I'm about to leave.
Next one.
I'm going to go over this one, and you actually mentioned this one earlier, but I'm going to say it because it's such a good movie, and it's in the movie a lot, And I'm going to go with Shadow of the Colossus in Reign Over Me, which is still, to this day, my favorite Adam Sandler movie, where he does like a dramatic role. Watch it. Tissues right next to you. You know, it's a sad film. I have a heart. I like Back to the Future too. But Shadow of the Colossus is in that movie like multiple times, which is really cool. And he's really into it. And like he starts like showing him the game, Don Cheadle, and he's just like he's playing it too.
Yeah, he's playing it. Cool. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with some Shadow of the Colossus, Reign Over Me.
Okay.
And a great movie. Great movie.
Well, my next one's going to be from The Wizard. Now, obviously,
the Scrolls?
I'm sure we've both got cameos from The Wizard in here.
It's going to be, it's the power.
It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Bo Bridges, like, is
good.
The dad, Bo Bridges, he's like, he can't stand his kids playing video games, but then one night in a hotel room, he decides to hook it up, and he gets hooked on the Ninja Turtles game. Yeah. Now, I guess we all got hooked on the Ninja Turtles game.
It was all we had.
Kids,
it's okay.
He's just like, oh, and he's just like relentlessly pounding the buttons. I've got to get 2 more scrolls, and then I've got to find. And I don't even know what else he says. He's just like
it's, you know, when
spouting
like
random.
It's when you can tell someone's never even held the controller before, and they're just like fucking overdoing it.
Okay, now we need you to pretend like you're playing a video game. Action, and then that was like take number 1, and they just moved on.
Such like really bad overacting.
It's like when you see somebody typing on a keyboard, and they're just like
super overacted. It's like any Melissa McCarthy movie. So my next one, I'm going to go with the Game Gear in Surf Ninjas. So in Surf Ninjas, there's, the guy who was Kino in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze, his little brother has a Game Gear with no game in the back of it, which we'll talk about a little bit later too. No game in the back of it, but he's playing, he can basically see what's going to happen in the future. Through his Game Gear.
I remember that.
And they're like, it shows them like walking into like the restaurant, and then they're fighting, and like they throw fish at people, I think even. And then that happens later on in the movie.
Is it in like the 8-bit graphics when they...
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And I admit, but you know what? Product placement was working because I fucking bought a Game Gear, and I bought Surf Ninjas, which is actually a pretty good game.
Oh.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever saw... I only had like 5 Game Gear games.
I must have seen Surf Ninjas because I remember him seeing the future in the game.
Leslie Nielsen's in it, man. He's the bad guy. Yeah, I know. And he has no freaking skills, like karate skills or ninja skills. But do you want to mention the other Game Gear one?
That was going to be my next one anyway.
Segue.
It's Rumble in the Bronx,
Jackie
which
Chan.
is actually a solid Jackie Chan
a fun movie.
It's one of his Hong Kong movies. It was dubbed, but there's a kid in that movie.
Badly dubbed, though. That's the only thing.
It was badly dubbed.
Really bad.
But there's a kid in the movie who's in a wheelchair, and he's always playing Game Gear. There's no game cartridge in the Game Gear.
Don't they fucking knock him over in the wheelchair, too, in one scene?
Yes.
It's really messed up. They like break into his apartment.
Yeah, they push the kid
and he has an older sister, I think.
Yeah, she works at the grocery store.
The Quickie Mart.
Yeah, the
Thank you,
store.
come again. But no, man, yeah, Rumble in the Bronx, shit, now I want to go watch that. And Super Cop. The cop that never stops.
Super Cop, it's okay.
So I've got one more, and then I think you got one more too. I'm gonna go with the Game Boy in Son-in-Law with the Weasel, Pauly Shore. So the fat kid from Sandlot who played Ham, like you play ball like a girl. He's rocking freaking Game Boy throughout Son-in-Law, and there's even like a scene. I don't know the name of the dad, but he was the coach in the very first Mighty Ducks movie who was like with the Hawks. And he would always go like this. Like,
I don't know.
What's up, Gordon? Gordon Bombay? You ain't a winner unless you a winner. Like that. But the dad fucking hates the Game Boy and hates that. He's like, all he ever does is just play with those silly little things. And Pauly Shore says, like, but to him, man... That's what he's into.
Pauly Shore,
I love
teacher
the
of
Weasel,
life
man.
lessons.
I love the Weasel, dude. He is like freaking Encino Man. That's my shit. That's my jam for sure.
Biodome.
Peanut butter and jelly. But he's like, keep going, keep cruising. Dude,
and the
fucking
Goofy
Pauly Shore.
movie.
Goofy movie.
Goofy movie.
The Leaning Tower of Cheesa. Yeah.
Oh.
I love the Weasel. Love the
All
Weasel.
right.
But yeah, I'm gonna go Game Boy Son-in-Law.
Well, my last one is, and this one's funny because you had talked about let's do this certain topic on the podcast, so I made a list, and then like 2-3 days after I made my list, you were talking to a customer about this as your favorite cameo from WreckIt Ralph, Root Beer Tapper.
Yes.
Because he's like talking to Ralph and he's like, oh, hold on a second,
Yeah.
Ralph. And he goes and it just shows like he's playing. Now, WreckIt Ralph has a ton of video game cameos.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't lose it over WreckIt Ralph the way everybody else did. I didn't think it was that good of a movie.
It's
but
all right.
All the cameos in
I'd watch it
were
again.
solid. Like, there's Street Fighter 2 cameos in
Zangief,
it.
dude.
Zangief's in it. But even at the
and
beginning...
he's always at the fucking bar. Always at the bar.
Yeah, but at the beginning, like, they show the end of the day for Ryu and Ken are fighting. You remember that part?
Yeah.
He's like, sure you can... And he's like, hey, you want to go to Tapper's and get a beer?
Yes.
And then they go walking off.
Was it beer or was it root beer? Dude.
He might have just said a drink.
But yeah, I really can't think of any other ones, and that's the spontaneity to this show that we just kind of wing it. And that also leaves comments down below. So you guys think of some shit, put it down below. If you think of some really funny ones or some really cool ones, Tim here is responding to some of them, and I might do the same.